Good evening, I'm Mahamtawa with the news making headlines around the world. His Highness the Emir returns home after a 2-day official visit to the Islamic Republic of Iran. In a joint communique, Kuwait and Iran asserts their determination to continue cooperation for the benefit of their people and the region. His Highness the Prime Minister arrives in Beijing on a 2-day official visit to the People's Republic of China. And after 40 years on the throne, King Juan Carlos I of Spain abdicates his son for health reasons. In our first item, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah and his accompanying official delegation returned home at noon today, concluding a 2-day official visit to the Islamic Republic of Iran. His Highness was received upon arrival by His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, His Excellency the National Assembly Speaker Marzouk Ali Al-Ghanem, Their Excellencies Senior Sheikhs, His Excellency the Deputy Chief of the National Guard Sheikh Mashal Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, His Excellency the Minister of the Emiri Diwan Affairs Sheikh Nasser Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Sabah, the Cabinet members, governors, senior government officials and senior Army, Police and National Guard officers. His Highness was accompanied by an official delegation comprising the First Deputy Premier and Minister of Foreign Affairs Sheikh Sabah Al-Khalid Al-Hamad Al-Sabah, the Deputy Premier and Minister of Commerce and Industry Dr. Abdul Mohsen Al-Midaj, the Minister of Finance Anas Al-Saleh, the Minister of Oil and Minister of State for National Assembly Affairs Dr. Ali Al-Amir, the advisors at the Emiri Diwan Muhammad Abdullah Abu Al-Hassan and Dr. Adil Al-Tabtabai, head of the Emiri Protocols and Ceremonies Sheikh Khalid Al-Abdullah Sabah Al-Nasir Al-Sabah, the Foreign Undersecretary Khalid Al-Jarallah and a number of senior officials at the Emiri Diwan, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Oil and the Ministry of Finance. His Highness the Emir and the accompanying delegation left Maharabad Airport in Tehran earlier at noon today at the end of his official 2-day visit. His Highness was seen off at the airport by His Excellency Dr. Mohammad Javad Zarif, the Foreign Minister of the Islamic Republic of Iran, and Kuwait's Ambassador to Iran, Majdi Al-Dhafiri, and the embassy staff.
سلام وطني سلام هو
His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah left Mahrabad International Airport today, heading back to Kuwait after his 2-day visit to Iran. His Highness was seen off by the Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Jawad Zarif, Kuwaiti Ambassador to Iran Majdi Al Dhafiri, and members of the Kuwait Embassy. Ahead of his departure, His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, along with the accompanying official delegation, visited Sayyid Ali Khamenei, the Supreme Leader of the Friendly Islamic Republic of Iran. His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah sent a cable of thanks to the Supreme Leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Ali Khamenei, after His Highness concluded an official visit to Iran. In the cable, His Highness the Emir expressed his sincere thanks, appreciation and generosity he and his delegation received from the friendly country that will upgrade the bilateral cooperative relations in the near future for the common interest of both nations. His Highness the Emir also wished the Iranian leadership and people more progress and prosperity. His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah also sent a cable of thanks to the Iranian President Hassan Rouhani, thanking him for his warm welcome and hospitality. His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah and the accompanying delegation visited His Eminence Sayyid Ali Khamenei, the spiritual leader and supreme commander of the revolution in the Islamic Republic of Iran, in the presence of His Excellency President Hassan Rouhani. The two sides exchanged cordial conversation and good feelings in a friendly atmosphere, which reflected the spirit of friendship and the deep special relations between the two countries and their people. They also expressed the will to expand their cooperation in different fields and in the manner that serves their countries' mutual interests. A joint communique was issued in Tehran today about the state visit paid by His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah to the Islamic Republic of Iran. The communique said, with the aim of promoting the existing fraternal relations between the two friendly countries and in continuation of their relations in different fields and in compliance to the invitation extended by His Excellency Dr. Hassan Rouhani, President of the Republic of the Islamic Republic of Iran, His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, Emir of the State of Kuwait, paid an official visit to Iran, leading a high-ranking official delegation on the 1st and 2nd of June 2014. The communique said that President Rouhani received His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah and his accompanying delegation in the manner that reflected the brotherly feelings and strong relations between the two countries. The communique went on to say that His Highness the Emir also met with the supreme guidance of the Iranian Islamic Revolution, Ayatollah Khamenei, and His Excellency the Iranian President, where constructive talks were conducted regarding their bilateral relations and other issues of mutual interest, besides expressing the will to develop their cooperation in different domains, in addition to the major issues at the regional, Islamic and international levels. The joint communique went on to say that in a constructive atmosphere dominated by clarity and transparency, His Excellency President of the Islamic Republic of Iran and His Highness the Emir of the State of Kuwait conducted discussions on issues of mutual interest, especially developments in the region and international challenges and developments in the Islamic world, and agreed on the following: 1. The two sides expressed satisfaction over the progress of the growing cooperation between the two countries and considered the visit of His Highness the Emir as an important turning point in the relations between the two countries. They also underlined the need to continue this exchange at the senior officials level. 2. In view of the deep-rooted historic and cultural relations between the two friendly neighbors and their important positions, the two leaders asserted the need for the two countries to continue their efforts to upgrade and properly employ the existing potentials with view to fulfilling the aspirations of their people. 3. The two sides welcomed the signing of a number of agreements and memorandums in various fields and underlined the need for their implementation. 4. The two sides discussed the regional and international developments and asserted the need for continuation of bilateral and multi-party consultations in order to be able to face the challenges and work out solutions to the problems of the region in order to consolidate peace and stability between them. 5. The two sides referred to the aggravating threat of extremism, violence and sectarial conflicts. They expressed their determination to consolidate the path of moderation and rationalism in the region and called for full abidance by the relevant UN resolutions. 6. The Iranian side briefed the Kuwaiti delegation on the progress of the ongoing negotiations between Iran and 5+1 group regarding Iran's nuclear file. The Iranian side asserted its determination to continue the talks until a final accord is reached. And finally, His Highness the Emir of the State of Kuwait, Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, expressed thanks for the warm reception and hospitality accorded by the government of the Islamic Republic of Iran and extended an invitation to His Excellency President Hassan Rouhani to pay an official visit to Kuwait, which he welcomed, the date for which will be set later. His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah's visit to Tehran on Sunday was praised as a significant step in cementing relations and helping resolving several outstanding regional issues between Kuwait and Iran. More in the following report with Anwar Al-Khayyat.
His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah arrived in Kuwait after his two-day official visit to Iran. During the visit, His Highness the Emir held official talks with Iranian President Hassan Rouhani on ways of promoting and reinforcing relations between both countries. They also discussed several issues of shared concern and the latest regional and international developments. Talks between His Highness the Emir and the Iranian President were held in a friendly atmosphere to consolidate existing cooperation in all domains. The talks also aimed at reinforcing ties between Tehran and the GCC countries. Kuwait and Iran signed several agreements, including a memorandum of understanding on the economic and the security issues. An agreement on environment and sustainable development opens new avenues for cooperation between both countries. The cooperation focused on tackling pollution, ecological development, protecting marine, tackling desertification, and water resources. The agreement was signed for Kuwait by Minister of Oil and State Minister for National Assembly Affairs, Ali Al-Umair. His Highness the Emir's visit to Iran opens a new chapter of bilateral cooperation, bringing positive impacts on the present and the future of the entire region.
His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah sent today a congratulatory cable to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Italy, Giorgio Napolitano, on the occasion of his country's National Day. His Highness the Emir expressed sincere congratulations, wishing the Italian President and his country sustainable progress and prosperity. His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah sent a congratulatory cable to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Italy, Giorgio Napolitano, on the occasion of his country's National Day. And His Highness Sheikh Jabal Mubarak Al-Hamad Al-Sabah, the Prime Minister, also sent a similar cable. His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah received a written message from His Excellency the Egyptian Interim President Adli Mansour, comprising bilateral ties and issues of common concern between the two brotherly countries. The Egyptian Ambassador to Kuwait Abdel Karim Mahmoud Suleiman conveyed the message to the Deputy Minister of the Emiri Diwan Affairs Sheikh Ali Jarrah Al Sabah. His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah met at Bayan Palace today. His Excellency North Korea's Foreign Minister Ri Song-yong and his accompanying delegation on the occasion of their visit to the country. During the meeting, they discussed bilateral relations and developments between the two countries. The meeting was attended by the Minister of State for Cabinet Affairs and Acting Minister of Justice and Acting Minister of Foreign Affairs Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Al Mubarak Al Sabah and Chairman of the Diwan of His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh مبارك الفيصل لسعود الصباح. The National Assembly Speaker Marzouk Ali Al-Ghanem received at his office today the Foreign Minister of North Korea Ri Song-yong. Talks in the meeting centered on the existing relations between the two friendly countries. They also underlined the need for the two sides to continue their consultations and coordination besides opening new channels for cooperation in different fields. They also discussed the latest regional and international developments. His Highness Sheikh Jaber Al Mubarak Al Hamad Al Sabah, the Prime Minister and his accompanying delegation arrived in Beijing today on a two-day official visit to the People's Republic of China. His Highness was received upon arrival by the Deputy Foreign Minister for West Asia and North Africa, Ambassador Jiang Ming, and a number of other senior Chinese officials, besides Arab ambassadors accredited to China, the Ambassador of the State of Kuwait to the People's Republic of China, Mohammed Saleh Litwaiq, Kuwait Consul General in Guangzhou, Abdul Wahab Al-Sagar, Kuwait's Consul in Hong Kong, Khalid Limteri, and members of Kuwait's embassy in the Chinese capital. In a statement upon his arrival, His Highness the Prime Minister said he was happy to visit the People's Republic of China, with which the State of Kuwait has been tied with historic relations founded on mutual respect and joint interest. His Highness added that his visit to Beijing came out of Kuwait's insistence to strengthen relations and cooperation between the two friendly countries in different domains. His Highness pointed out to the existing agreement between the two countries, adding that the strength of the two countries' cooperation came after the historic visit to China by His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah in 2009. His Highness said that Kuwait was among the first countries in the Gulf to establish diplomatic relations with China, adding that Kuwait is highly impressed with the Chinese economic growth. The first Deputy Premier and Foreign Minister, Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Hamad Al Sabah, arrived in Riyadh today to chair the 131st Ministerial Meeting of the Gulf Cooperation Council member states. He was received upon arrival by the Saudi Deputy Foreign Minister, Prince Abdulaziz bin Abdullah bin Abdulaziz, the GCC Secretary General, Dr. Abdul Latif Al Zayani, Kuwait's Ambassador to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Sheikh Thamir Jaber Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, and a number of Kuwait Embassy senior officials. The GCC foreign ministers are due to hold their meeting later today, in which a number of subjects related to joint Gulf action will be discussed, in addition to the latest regional and international developments. The first Deputy Premier and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Hamad Al Sabah, left Kuwait today for Riyadh to preside over the ministerial meeting of the Gulf Cooperation Council. The delegation accompanying him comprised of the Foreign Under-Secretary Khalid Al Jarallah, the Director of the First Deputy Premier and Foreign Minister's Office, Ambassador Sheikh Dr. Ahmed Nasser Al Mohammed Al Sabah, Kuwait's Ambassador to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Sheikh Thamir Jaber Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, the Director of GCC Affairs, Ambassador Nasser Haji Al Mzayin, and a number of senior officials at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The first Deputy Premier and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sheikh Subah Al-Khalid Al-Hamad Al-Subah, said the outcome of His Highness the Emir Sheikh Subah Al-Ahmad Al-Jaber Al-Subah's visit to Iran was constructive and would be beneficial to both countries as well as to the region. Sheikh Subah Al-Khalid, who accompanied His Highness the Emir in his visit to Tehran, told Kuna that the State of Kuwait was keen to continue intercommunication with Tehran so as to arrive at an understanding regarding all issues of interest to the region, since Iran is one of the pillars of security and stability in the region. Sheikh Subah Al-Khalid said His Highness the Emir's talks in Tehran covered a wide range of subjects related to political, economic, commercial, oil, gas, environment and tourism, and many others. The first Deputy Premier and Minister of Foreign Affairs said Kuwait and Iran possess tremendous capabilities, if employed in the proper manner, would benefit the entire region. The Deputy Premier and Minister of Defense, Sheikh Khalid Al-Jarrah Al-Subah, met today with the Ambassador of the Republic of Togo to the State of Kuwait, Asifo Alaka, on the occasion of assuming his new post as Ambassador of his country to the State of Kuwait. The Deputy Premier and Minister of Defense, Sheikh Khalid Al-Jarrah Al-Subah, met today with the Ambassador of the Republic of South Korea to the State of Kuwait, Shin Bu-nam, on the occasion of assuming his new post as Ambassador of his country to the State of Kuwait. The Deputy Premier and Minister of Defense, Sheikh Khalid Al-Jarrah Al-Subah, met today with the Ambassador of the Republic of Serbia to the State of Kuwait, Vladimir Kohut, on the occasion of assuming his new post as Ambassador of his country to the State of Kuwait. Talks in the meetings covered issues of mutual interest and means of developing cooperation, in addition to the latest developments on the regional and international arenas. The Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Mubarak Al-Khrainij, said relations between Kuwait and Sri Lanka are distinguished and serve the desired goals on different fields for the benefits of their people. In a statement prior to his departure to Sri Lanka, he said that his visit came in response to an official invitation extended by the Deputy Speaker of the Parliament in Sri Lanka, Shandima Warakodi. He said the visit is also the first stop in a tour that will take him to the Sultanate of Brunei, Dar es Salaam. Mr. Al-Khrainij said the relations between the State of Kuwait and the Democratic Republic of Sri Lanka are continuously developing, adding that this visit would further expand parliamentary cooperation and coordination between the two countries regarding a number of issues at the regional and international levels. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas early this morning announced the formation of a Palestinian government agreed to by the rival Fatah and Hamas factions. The new cabinet is made up of 17 cabinet ministers who were sworn in despite a last-minute row between Abbas and Hamas. Fatma Abdul Karim from Ramallah has the details.
14 ministers out of 17 were sworn in to become members of a short-term caretaker government of technocrats in the dress of the national unity. Led by Ramil Hamdallah, the 3 absent members were banned permits from Gaza to the West Bank by Israel. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas chaired the first cabinet meeting, declared its political platform, reaffirming that the government will be committed to the two-state solution, and announced the end of the 7-year-long division.
Today, we declare regaining of the country's unity and the unity of our institutions and our people's unity, which was always protected.
The new government is comprised of politically independent ministers with a mandate to organize for general elections within 6 months. However, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called on the world leaders not to recognize the new Palestinian government being backed by Hamas movement and threatened to boycott the Palestinian Authority. Palestinians described Netanyahu's statements as incitement.
We are adopting a wait-and-see attitude. We do have responses. We're not going to preempt or announce anything, but we know if Israel wants to cut off all ties with the Palestinians, and it has to cut off all ties, not pick and choose which ties it wants to maintain and which ties it wants to break. And if it takes illegal steps, then there are ways of holding Israel accountable when it persists in its illegal steps.
The U.S. expressed concern over the role of Hamas in the government despite Abbas's reassuring statements. Abbas and Kerry are expected to meet on Wednesday to discuss the unity deal.
The easy part was forming this government. From now on, it is only challenges locally and internationally facing this new unity government. This is at least what observers say. Fatma Abdelkarim, Kuwait TV, Ramallah, Palestine.
And in our final item tonight, after nearly 40 years on the throne, King Juan Carlos I of Spain said today that he will be stepping down. The king decided to abdicate the throne for his son, Crown Prince Felipe, after long suffering of poor health. Spaniards generally hold Juan Carlos 76 in high regard for his service to the nation and his defense of democracy after the death of dictator Francisco Franco in 1975. Many consider the king's finest hour to be his decisive stand to halt a right-wing military coup in 1981 when he went on television to say that the monarchy would not tolerate attempts to interrupt democracy by force. Carlos said the long economic crisis Spain is enduring left a lot of scars socially and that it was time to pave way so a successor in better conditions can continue. According to a poll, Felipe 46 has a positive rating of 66%, and most Spaniards believe the monarchy could recover its prestige if he took the throne. For a chance to see our reports again, please visit our YouTube channel at MOI Kuwait News. Well, with that, we conclude our news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Have a pleasant time. I'm Maham Tawa. Before we go, we remind you once again of our main top stories. Have a pleasant time and good night. His Highness the Emir returns home after a 2-day official visit to the Islamic Republic of Iran. In a joint communique, Kuwait and Iran asserts their determination to continue cooperation for the benefit of the people and the region. His Highness the Prime Minister arrives in Beijing on a 2-day official visit to the People's Republic of China. And after 40 years on the throne, King Juan Carlos I of Spain abdicates his son for health reasons.